Go. All right, parole board is back in session. It's 9/25/24. Our next case is going to be Mr. Paul Perennis. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair. Along with me is Mr. Prater and Ms. Renatza joining by Zoom. Today, as I stated, we are here for the parole hearing on Paul Perennis. Would the staff at Wynn Parish Jail please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Colby Risen. I'm the assistant warden.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mr. Risen.
That's good.
Anyone else there with you, Mr. Risen?
Yes, I have the warden here too.
Hello, my name's Don Reading. I'm the warden at WPDC.
Reedy?
Yes,
How
reading the book, sir.
Okay.
R-E-A-D-I-N-G.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all hospitality today. Okay, Mr. Perennis, would you please state your name and DLC number for me, please?
Paul Perennis, 172985.
Okay, the way this is gonna go is that I'm gonna speak to you first, and then we'll let anybody for speak, which we have no one here in favor. We do have opposition, Mr. Randall Myers, Assistant District Attorney Jefferson, and Edna Amos, victim's mother, is here with us at headquarters, will be speaking, and Joanne Barton, victim's aunt, is here at headquarters but will not be speaking. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Perennis, tell us, why do you think we should parole you, and what you did to get yourself in this situation?
Committed a crime of manslaughter.
Okay, be a little bit more specific than that. I mean, what did you do? What happened?
The crime of manslaughter against my wife, Delinda Amos.
And why should we let you out?
I've done a lot productively through the years of being incarcerated. Been involved in a lot of programs, classes, mentoring, tutoring, and I think I'm a different person than I was when I first came in. Mindset, way of thinking, compassionate, and I would ask the board to please consider granting me a shot at another chance in society.
Okay. All right. First, we'll go to the victim's mother. To approach the podium, please, ma'am. Please state your name and relationship, ma'am.
My name is Edna Ames. I'm Delinda Ames' mother.
Okay, Ms. Amos, tell us what you want us to know, and please try to hold it under 5 minutes.
He objected. When he first did it, he said he had 30 years flat. He said the crime that she electrocuted herself. Her 11-year-old son found her body in the tub. She not was just raising her 3, but also his 2 daughters. She would never ever get a chance to see her children graduate, get married, see her grandchildren. And he had they asked him to say he's a changed person. I don't think so. Because my oldest grandchild still have nightmares, and he's 31 years old. And for a child to find his mother in that condition is beyond belief. But no, I don't think he needs to be paroled. He needs to do his whole 30 that they claim that he's supposed to be doing.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you coming today. Next, we'll have Mr. Randall Myers, Assistant DA Jefferson Parish.
Good morning, Randall Myers, Assistant DA in Jefferson. We're opposed to Mr. Perennis' request for parole. As you just heard, there's victim opposition. Mr. Perennis, as noted in the judge in his opposition, had entered into a negotiated plea to serve 30 years for a violent, intentional, and carefully planned murder. and he staged a scene to try to make it look like an accident. And looking at what he's done since incarcerated, it doesn't appear that he's taken sufficient programs to warrant a release. The record shows that he's completed Living in Balance, True Freedom Program, and Anger Management. So based on that and the victim opposition, we are opposed to his request.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, this case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. Mr. Prater, would you lead us off in questioning?
All right, Mr. Prince, tell us, I know you must not like to talk much, but I'm gonna try to pull it out of you. What have you learned in your classes about victims and victimization and that sort of thing?
Victimization, I guess is another form of bullying. I've learned compassion. That is not right. Helping people more, listening, understanding, finding out more about myself. And finding out more about myself enabled me to be able to help others with different facilitating of classes that I've done since being incarcerated. And I've strengthened in them areas since being incarcerated and involving myself with different programs to enable me to be able to speak to you today and stating that, you know, I'm not the same person I was when I first entered prison.
Okay. Well, anytime you've been somewhere 20 years, you're not the same person that you were before. You've got some good letters from staff at the prison and the sheriff's office. You got some good letters. You got some victim opposition, DA and law enforcement. You've only served 20 years of a 30-year sentence, and you took a plea bargain. What were you originally charged with?
Second-degree murder.
Okay. How did let me pull it out of you. How did your wife get the curling iron when she's in the bathtub?
To be honest, sir, I wasn't even at the residence when that happened. This is stuff I discovered through the first stages of when it started unfolding, and I wasn't even at the residence when it happened. I don't know how to truthfully answer that for you.
Did you provide her with the curling iron? I mean, you pled guilty to manslaughter. How did she get the curling iron?
That was a device that was in the household.
Did you have anything to do with her death?
No, sir, I didn't.
That's all the questions I got.
Okay, Ms. Renata, do you have any questions?
Mr. Farinas, how old were you when this happened?
I'm 30, 31.
And how old was your wife?
29.
How old was I'm sorry.
29, I think.
Okay. No, I don't have any questions, Mr. Freeman. Thank you.
Yeah, I just have one question. I see in the record that you were removed from state police. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And why were you removed from state police?
It was a fight with another inmate.
And that was in 2015?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Prater, it was your case. You'll go first.
Okay, Mr. Farinas, it's kind of an unusual situation because you're still denying something that you pled guilty to, and that puts us in a kind of an awkward position in a way, but it makes it simple also. You served 20 years of a 30-year sentence. It was a gruesome crime. The 11-year-old could have been electrocuted when they found their mom. You don't seem to have a lot of remorse for what occurred, at least not that I could hear, and you have no admission that you had anything to do with it. And so something you just pled guilty to. I have no question of what my vote is going to be, and that is to deny your parole.
Ms. Renatza?
I agree. My vote is to deny parole based on the negotiated plea and the opposition expressed today.
Okay, and my vote is the same due to law enforcement and victim opposition and the plea bargain. Mr. Farinas, your parole has been denied. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
And we're assigned